is the Monday Morning Motivator with Magooch. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Jessica Magooch, CEO of JPM Sales Partners, with your Monday Morning Motivator meeting. I'm teaching you everything I learned, recruiting, training, and leading a 9-figure sales team. And today I have a really special guest with me. I'm really excited to share what his breadth of knowledge with you about building channel partners. So, hi, Donagh. How are you?
Hi Jessica, how you doing?
Awesome. So I just want to introduce you. So he's the founder of Tonego. They provide international sales channel development services to software companies so that you can start and grow your sales channels. And his background's in software engineering. And your first business, you said you leveraged channel partners such as Motorola, Apple, AGFA, and more, which led you to be featured in the Deloitte Technology Fast 50, not one, but 3 consecutive years in a row, 2000, 2001, and 2002. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it was interesting times.
And so now you're giving back by serving on boards and mentoring and hosting tech brew events for Technology Ireland. And he lives out in Cork. So if you guys are ever out there, and he's also a Liverpool fan. So,
Indeed. Yeah, yeah.
so
That's
thank you so much for coming on today. I'm so excited to have you here because, you know, I teach mostly direct sales and selling to direct customers, but I know in my own business and in my past businesses, developing channel partnerships, whether you call it channel partnerships or something else,
yeah,
is really important stream of income to build and to get, you know, referrals and customers into your business. I don't think anybody wants it to be their only stream of income, but it could be a really powerful player. So I would love for you to tell us, like, why are channel partnerships important, and why should we care about this?
yeah. So okay, thanks Jess for the opportunity to speak. So every company dreams of leveraging a whole network of reseller partners that will
Mm-hmm.
sell their products without any cost or effort, right?
Right.
So
That
and
sounds
just
good.
yeah, just to be receiving those payments into your bank or those checks in the mail, kind of everyone dreams of that. Now it's it's something that can be built up to. Not everyone can achieve it. Not all products are suited that way. So
Mm-hmm.
we work with companies that are growing and established, kind of to help them grow and increase their sales through sales channels. For early stage companies, there are a number of simple things that can assess how well their products can work through channels.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy to talk through those. And then
Yes, I would love. I know we had gone over some questions that I thought our audience would love to know the answer to, and you were
yeah,
nice enough to put them all in a deck so that we can get a step by step through how to know if you're a right fit for channel partners, and if so, how to find them and get them to work with you.
yeah. So I think many companies look at the likes of Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, and they try to copy parts of their programs.
Uh-huh.
But there's many things that they miss in doing that or
Mm-hmm.
take for granted. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if I can share my slides and I'll talk
Yes,
to you 3 or
please.
4 slides, but
Mm-hmm.
to look at any questions that you may have through this, always welcome.
Okay.
Let me just grab this.
Now, you focus on helping technology companies find channel partners in
Yes.
your business, right?
Yep.
But everything that you're going to teach today could apply to any business looking for channel partners, right?
Yeah, so there's some industries with very defined distribution channels, like retail, for example. But
Mm-hmm.
if you have a complex sale, kind of a not defined channels, yes, the same principles will apply.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay. I focus on tech because I am a techie by background, so just to stay with the same domain expertise.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a very brief look at selling your software through sales channel partners. So I'm going to point out a few questions that people would regularly ask us in talking to partners. And throwing these up on screen, I'm going to talk through some of those.
Okay.
So people would ask sort of what's the standard commissions that you pay to a reseller or a referral partner. Right now, it very much depends on the value they're bringing. It very much depends on what they're doing for that.
Mm-hmm.
If a regular question is exclusivity. And I always tell people it's in the last 12 years that we're intensively chasing partners for companies around the world. We've been asked in almost 90% of the cases for exclusivity.
Mm.
And we can always have very clear reasons why it's given and clear reasons why it's not. And
Mm.
then when it is given, how do you protect it? How do you manage it?
Exclusivity is a challenging subject for
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
because there's two ways that it could develop. One is they'll take advantage of that exclusivity and really like get out to market as quickly as possible and create the most opportunity out of it. And then other channel partners look at that exclusivity and it makes them a little lazy. So
Yes.
right? You don't have competition. You've all of a sudden eliminated your competition. And so yeah, something to consider, I think.
But it can be a great tool. So if a company says they can get you access to 50% of the market, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to put a great amount of marketing and promotion effort to win that market, so then they deserve to get a return on that investment in creating a market.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The purpose of exclusivity that's that other people don't get a return on their investment.
Yeah.
Now, you can put conditions in place, yes, as long as you put that investment in the market, as long as you execute on those activities and meet activity targets, then you can retain exclusivity because we see
Okay,
you
cool.
making that effort.
Smart.
So it
Okay.
can be controlled. So I'm not going to go into every detail on this, just as a flavor on some of those. One that we'll pick up
Yeah,
on here
controlling
is
pricing. How do I get big guys like Accenture, right? How do
yeah,
I get the big fish? How do
yes,
I agree to sales targets and incentives? It's interesting because a lot of these are aligned with how do I get customers or how do I motivate my salespeople and incent my salespeople.
yeah. And the challenges are the same. The challenge when you go out to partners is that you really are better learning these in a direct fashion first before you talk to
Mm-hmm.
partners. Some things are very partner related, but it's like how do you get
Mm-hmm.
Accenture to sell your product? Look at the likes of Accenture, they're used to a very large deal size.
Mm-hmm.
They're used to sort of
Mm-hmm.
very steady streams of large revenue deals. And if you can provide them,
Mm-hmm.
then they're relevant. But I must say, with the likes
Mm-hmm.
of Accenture, they don't make global decisions in all cases. They're local decisions in each market.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to consider how they work. So, but I'll move on and I'll talk about some of these in the next few slides.
Okay.
So the first thing I think is very clear for any business is you must decide on who your customer is. And I highlight here your bullseye customer. And the bullseye customer in an archery target deliberately because people hedge their bets and broaden that customer definition so wide that the customers looking at your business don't even know if you're focused on them. The reason we look at this when it comes to partners because you want to be able to be very clear with a partner on what type of customer you're looking for, what decision maker you want to access, and to be able to highlight where you can best win against that competition, against the alternatives that the customers have. And you'll be clearly define the sectors, the size of companies, the type of businesses, the problems they have, the key buyer, but also the key questions to draw out the customer need, to draw out the scenarios that you can best win and beat the competition. And those are your typical sales qualification questions.
Okay.
Taking that forward then.
So you're saying that if someone is going out to market and saying our product's so great anyone can use it, that's
Yeah,
actually hurting them rather than helping them,
yeah,
right?
it is, yeah.
It just creates it's just too vague. People don't know if
But
you're
the
a right
obvious
fit
next
off the bat.
question is where do we start?
Right. Okay.
So you want to have a clear plan. This, yes, kind of anyone can use it, but where are your most references? Which customers can you prove that get value from this?
Great.
So you have better scenarios. Everyone can buy it, but you've got some customers that are clear, better examples that they can gain from it. If you want to look at the market then from the customer's point of view, this is an example market ecosystem. So in this, if you want to get access to the customers, then what company types are interacting with those customers? What companies are selling them products and services in the needs that you solve or related needs?
Mm-hmm.
So these are, in this, you have your customer decision makers here, you have influencers above the line, and then you have all the providers, consulting, service providers, resellers, and all the different technology solutions. All these companies have an interest and sometimes business with those decision makers.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if you could make all these company types aware of your product and the value it brings, and even secure their relationships to refer business or sell your company, sell your product. Now, they're not all relevant. And so in this kind of, you want to be able to create a structure of the marketplace to identify all the different company types. Because it's the company types in there, you're going to find the types of companies that have the right capabilities you need to sell and that you can motivate. And those are the two key points, that the right capabilities and motivation. So one of the capabilities is relationship with decision makers, and it's the number one capability you need. Okay?
Great. Yeah.
So I want to take a step back. And what I'm highlighting here is a business process. So your business process, you have your product that's driving the process, you're generating leads, turning into opportunities, proposals and close, you have implementation or delivery, you have client success, and then you have all the things that you don't do are delivered by added value services, by consulting, some other things. These are the things that the customer needs. Maybe it's requirements gathering, maybe it's product rollout, maybe it's training within the customer's business.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't do it because you're more focused on the technology and the implementation of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So within that business process, if that represented any company, then every company has a bottleneck for growth. Every process has a primary bottleneck. That stage in the process that's slowing down everything else. So if you want to grow your business, that bottleneck is slowing you down. In many businesses, it's the leads. How do I generate more leads?
Mm-hmm.
In some businesses, particularly early stage, there's an overdependence on the key individuals. And that could be that resource bottleneck on that person. They can only do so much. And that could be in the sales and it could be in the implementation. And many early stage technology companies, their products aren't defined or designed for an implementer, an external implementer, because of the proprietary nature of the technology, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a range of different things that can be a bottleneck for growth. But the question we want to draw out here is what capability can solve that bottleneck?
Mm-hmm.
And what capability or capabilities can you gain from a partner? So if it was a technology capability, whether it's a product or a platform that adds something to your product that would accelerate its growth, relieve that bottleneck. Is it access to decision makers? Someone who has influence, someone who has domain expertise to be able to ask those qualification questions? Is it a sales capability to be able to close deals? Is it implementation? Is it a whole range of capabilities all along the process to be able to drive that business? Or is it the added value services that solves the customer's bottlenecks because that's what's slowing you down?
Interesting. So wherever your bottlenecks are would determine what kind of channel partners you want to pursue.
It should be your priority.
Okay.
Yeah. And kind of, again, it's back to the manufacturing theory or the theory of constraints. You focus on the primary bottleneck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the greatest bottleneck in every business is the strength of your customer proposition. The more compelling your proposition, the more responses, the more interest you're going to get in your product. And if it can stand out from the market noise, the alternatives, the competition, then it makes it very compelling and your business is going to be driven by that demand.
Mm-hmm.
So on the other side, when working with partners, it's how compelling your partner proposition is. So your customer proposition is contained in your partner proposition because the partners want to solve the customer's needs.
Mm-hmm.
But there's many other things in there as well. And it's not
Right.
just
So
about
saying like, this is a great opportunity because you make a lot of money is not enough, right?
not
Like they
enough.
have to see that their clients are going to jump on it. That
Well,
their
see,
job's not going to be that hard.
yeah, so obviously the partner's going to be more interested in a product that's driving demand for business of any type. So they can sell
Mm-hmm.
more to existing customers, but also they can win new customers with a compelling product.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you think about it in the mindset of a partner's business owner, right? They have their business plans. If they find a product that helps them drive their business plans, that's of interest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So you want to do some research to see where your product might fit in their ladder of products. Like maybe they upsell, or maybe it's the product that helps them keep renewals.
Yeah. Yeah, so the partner is interested in the products to drive their business, but you have to look at the business drivers of the partner's business. And the market ecosystem will give you a view on who's dealing with your customers, but there's a couple of other layers to understanding the different types of companies in that ecosystem. Looking at this slightly differently, and there's a slightly different process here. We're talking about, your product, but you have marketing qualified lead, you have sales qualified lead, and then close, and so on. So it's important to be clear about the capabilities you want and to prioritize those capabilities. Don't be looking for too much. Look for the key things that's going to get what you want in the coming months, if that's what it was. But then how do you break down those capabilities? So within product, for example, you may be looking for additional features or maybe integration into some of the larger platforms that your customers are using. And you can actually license technology to help you there, or you can partner with other companies to look for the same goal. Do you want a capability to communicate to decision makers? Do you want domain credibility that kind of partner with somebody is going to help you influence and get access to decision makers? Taking it forward, getting access to assessing the customer's needs, I should say, right? Qualifying the customer's needs, be able to ask those questions and get reliable answers, trusted answers. To be able to refer the opportunities to you, to be able to go in and do that sales presentations, that pitch, positioning properly at the right value level, be able to do a full needs discovery, shaping the solution, creating proposals, closing deals, manage relationships, manage projects, implementation, integration, configuration, customization, customer success. And you can see as you progress through the entire business how the needs change, the capabilities change.
Yeah.
So every business needs many of these. There's many different business models. So it's important to be able to break down what you need at different stages and to be able to qualify, evaluate potential partners on that basis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, gotcha.
We
That's a
urge
lot
them,
to do. That's a
yeah,
lot of work, Donagh.
doesn't have to be. If you keep it simple.
So it's going to be easy.
But it's all about sort of starting slow and building, right? So it's, everything we talk about in Tonego, a sales partner is a company that can help you sell your product. It doesn't have to be about the terminology that's out there within the sales channels. You don't have to get up to speed in all the buzzwords. I do want to highlight some of these and just showing this again, all the different types of partners, and then some of the buzzwords out there, okay? So effectively, these company types, these partner types have different capabilities at different stages of your process to help you. It's a matter of determining what you want and whether the different labels match that or not. It doesn't matter. Okay?
Gotcha.
So will channels work for your product? So again, having a clear target customer, knowing who your customer is, knowing who the decision maker is there a market demand? a compelling or a proven customer value proposition. The point I make about will travel, you may have a product that you sell on cost saving on labor, for example, but going into lower cost economies, that value proposition is not strong.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have a proposition that's based on regulations, but you have to be sure the regulations are as strong or as enforced in the other markets you may be looking at.
Right. Gotcha.
A clear partner proposition, again, that you're going to solve their customers' needs, but you're also going to align with their business. And the deal size is of utmost importance. So if you consider what else they're selling, what deal size they might be selling at, and whether your deal size is complementary or similar size and so on.
Mm-hmm.
If the partner is driven by service revenue, they're going to be looking for some resulting service revenue and not just license share only.
Gotcha.
Are you going to help them sell the product? If it's your product, you're supposed to know best how to sell it. So you need to be able to help the partner sell the product. You can't be expecting them to know everything and learn everything again.
That's so crucial, because that's where partnerships fall flat.
Yeah.
Is when there's this expectation that, well, they'll just figure out how to sell it on their own and they know what they're doing. So surely they can figure it out.
Well, there's an interesting trend in the industry that's not new to early stage SaaS companies, and that's about customer success as opposed to customer support. And in the same way in channels, it's about customer or partner enablement as opposed to partner support or partner management. And this is about being proactive in helping the partner to solve those needs, solve those little bottlenecks that they're having in selling the product.
Nice.
So then having a clear ability to deliver. So it's one thing to have a strong proposition, but your capability of delivery needs to stand up to that. Transferable skills, when I talked earlier about having proprietary capability, particularly in early stage companies, it's be able to transfer the relevant skills to be able to sell, to be able to implement, and to be able to support. And that takes time. I'm a great believer in process, and process is the only way that a business can scale. And process is the way of sort of breaking down the capabilities needed at each stage in sales, delivery, and support. That way you can package it and train partners.
Excellent.
Bottom line, your proposition needs to help the partners meet their plans. And what we say about partner fit, the less you ask the partner's business to change, the more likely it will work.
Right. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Any further thoughts, questions?
My gosh, that was so valuable. Just right there, I think would change like a lot of people's mindsets about how they're approaching channel partners. Obviously it left a lot of, gaps. I kind of like know what I don't know now, about as far as like diving into each of these pieces.
Yes.
So how do people get in touch with you to learn more about how they can really like master this skill and leverage channel partners?
So there's one more slide. I want to skip this one, Jess, right? Just so basically we can do a partner program diagnostic for companies, and there's a simple bit.ly link there, PPD as in partner program diagnostic, May 20.
Okay.
And that's a link which you can book a slot on my diary if you want, and get an understanding of where your business is right now with partners and what's your best next steps.
Okay, great. So you just go through like, well, what if I don't have any partners yet? It's just something I'm thinking about. I need to add.
Yeah, so I can quite happily engage with people to talk to about whether partners are suitable for the business, but also on the tonegoacademy.com site. There's many previously recorded live sessions, and we have training courses to help companies at different stages.
Okay, so some free resources there and paid as well?
Yes.
Okay, great. Anything else that we need to know before we go out into the world of channel partners?
Well, I would say nearly every company can sell through partners. It's a matter of picking the right type of partners.
Mm, absolutely. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. Guys,
Thank you.
remember you can grab your 30-minute session with Donagh so he can help you get started or really get the most out of your current channel partners. So thank you so much for being here. This was fun, and
Thank
I
you.
hope we get to do it again sometime.
Indeed, yeah. We can go
All
deep
right.
into certain topics as you please. So,
Excellent. All right. Thanks. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.
okay, thank you. Bye up.
Is the Monday morning motivator with Magooch